Hey guys, what is going on? I want to show you how I published my first ever Amazon KDP book in less than a few hours. I'm going to save you a lot of time by showing you step by step exactly what I did. Let's get into it. So the first thing, I already had this novel or short story that I wrote a long time ago. It's completely my content, so I just decided to use this. But the first thing you're going to need is you're going to need some kind of content. Okay, so either you're going to be doing puzzle books, low content books, or you're actually going to have a written book. The process is the same either way, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, either way you're going to need some kind of content, and I already have this content. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that your content is in the correct format for KDP. Okay, so you just want to Google KDP Templates and click the top one, and it'll take you to this page here, and then just download blank templates here, and that will give you the .doc which you need which is already formatted, and then you can just copy and paste your text into that. So once you've downloaded it, you'll get to a file like this, and you can do English, Deutsch, English, blah 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 blah. Obviously mine is English, so and I decided to use the most common format, which is 6 by 9 inch. So all I did was I added this to my Google Drive. Okay, so just grab this file here and drag it into a Google document like that. That didn't actually do it, so make sure it needs to be like blue like that around everywhere. I've already got it, so I'm just going to open this one here, but it will be the same thing. And the key thing about this document is that it's already formatted for KDP. So you delete this and you copy your text and you put it into this document like this. Just press OK when it says whatever it says here, and then it takes a little bit of time, but yeah, this one's already done. So now it's 50 pages instead of 34 pages because the pages here are smaller and all of the lining and everything is already optimized for KDP. Then you might want to change the text. Luckily I already had everything formatted fairly well, but I did change the font. You can just choose any font. I think any font will look good really for a book. I think I chose this one and I just liked it, so I just went with it, just rolled with it. So once you've done that, just click here, File, and then download .pdf here. And then that might take a little bit of time to do. You can change the name, or it doesn't really matter in my opinion. Some people say it matters, some people say it doesn't. But now we have the manuscript already, which is really, really good. So once we have the manuscript, we can click here on paperback, and then we're going to start to look at the upload process. And then after, I'll show you how to make a cover as well. Again, I'm not an expert, but I thought people would enjoy this kind of video or find this useful. So for the book title, you just need to actually use the title of the book, because otherwise it's probably going to get denied. So like what I was thinking at first, I did like, the book is called Queen and the Norse. And then I wrote like teen medieval fantasy novel. But the problem is, if you put the title like that, this is literally the book title. Like legally speaking, this is the book title. So it's much better to put that kind of keyword spam into the subtitle, I think, and then you can keep the title nice and clean, which I prefer. And then I didn't really do anything here with the series. I didn't do anything with the edition number. I put my name and author and contributors as all me, and the illustrator and the editor, etc., etc. Then I just wrote a short description, which I then also used for the blurb of the book, and I added a couple of keywords. I'm going to show you how I found the keywords in a moment, but I only wrote a tiny bit of information here. And then I own this copyright because I wrote it myself, and therefore it's mine. Now keywords, this is the most important part of the process, and probably the part of the process I'm going to be able to help you the most with. Okay, so you may or may not know that I have a keyword method for various websites called search operators, which uses Google to search through the website. But because I just started with Amazon KDP, I finally did a bit of research into it, and I found out that we can get Google to show us Amazon result pages, Amazon search result pages. These are the kind of pages I'm going to want to rank on. Whether I can rank against these books is another matter, but you know, I'm just giving it a go and seeing what happens. But I just looked for any of these that were relevant to my story. So this one was relevant, for example, so I put it as a keyword. And then I think I found medieval, which is also relevant to, I'm just going to speed it up by actually searching for medieval. But here I found medieval, sorcery, sword and sorcery, which are both relevant, adult historical, that's relevant to mine, etc., etc. So this is how I found the keywords that I was going to use. And then for categories, I just chose the 2 categories that were the best for mine. So juvenile fiction, because it's supposed to be for teens. And then I just picked fantasy here and then something else. And it was that simple. Honestly, I think people think it's a lot more complicated than it actually looks. But I want to get on to the next stage, but I'm going to have to put some fake information here real quick first. Okay, so once you get onto the second part, the paperback content, first of all, you want to press here, assign me a free KDP ISBN. I wouldn't use your own because I have no idea how that works. Publication date, this one here. Black and white if you don't have any images. If you have some images, then maybe look for color and maybe, you know, make a bit more money, basically. Trim size, I went 6 times 9 inch because it said it was the most standard. And then I put bleed or no bleed, I think. I put no bleed, yeah. And then I put glossy because I decided I was going to make a reasonably nice cover, which I'll show you how to do very soon. And then you just want to click here, upload the manuscript, and then you want to upload the thing that you saved before. So mine is called 6 times 9 inch .doc or .pdf it should be. This one here. So we can just upload that and that will upload automatically basically. You can see how it all kind of comes together nicely. Okay, so I couldn't really get this to work properly, but all I did to create a book cover was the following. So first of all, I downloaded the actual templates and I put my specific amount of pages here. Sorry if you can hear that shouting spoiled child in the background. And my page count was 58 and my trim size is 6 by 9, so I just downloaded cover template here. And then I used this to give me the kind of outline of the book cover because I couldn't understand what it was. So I'm going to extract this and then I'm going to open it, but I'm not actually going to open it. I'm going to right click and put properties and then I'm going to go on details and it's going to tell me how many pixels it is. So now I can go on Canva. You can probably use a free version of Canva for this. You probably do not need the paid version. And then 3716 by 2775. So just I already did it, so I can just click here. And then you can drag and drop this into here like that. But first you may have to minimize it because it's a large file. Just Google minimize PNG, open this, upload the template, and then minimize it, and then you should be able to upload it like I have here. Make it so it's the same size, and then this is kind of the gist of what it will look like. So the first thing I did was I just added like a pattern, just because, you know, you kind of need a pattern, right? You can add any pattern. I'm going to add a different pattern this time, and then you just want to make it so it bleeds all over the book like this, and then maybe change the color so we can see it a little bit. Oh, first of all, right click this and yeah, set it as the background so that it doesn't constantly get moved. Let's try this one here. Let's give it a color so we can actually see it. Like that, and then just drag it. Okay, perfect. And then you want to add the name of your book, so like that. Okay, and then you want to add like a relevant picture, so mine is about a queen, so let's just add a random picture of a queen because this is just an example, but obviously make it look a bit better than this. I think mine looks quite good, but and then you want to do a blurb as well. Something happens in this book. Obviously write an actual blurb. This is just an example, guys, please, like I just don't want to write it again. And then get the same font that you're using for the whole thing and turn it to a 90-degree angle like that. and then write the same author name that you have put on the book. That's a really, really important part. It has to be exactly the same name, okay? And then you want to move it in between these two lines here to be on the spine of the book. And then if you want to as well, you can also write the name of the book and put it a little bit after, like this. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to do it all now, but you get the idea, guys. And then you can add your own picture if you want, but I decided not to. And then maybe also make this a little bit less transparent so that you can read everything. The final part is copy the pattern and then delete it, because that was actually bad advice. And then go to elements, get rid of the previous search, and put this grid here. And then put the pattern on top of the grid like that. It should slip in. Why is it not slipping in? Oh, okay. We need to make another. I completely forgot about this step. We need to make another image here, and this needs to be a PNG image instead of like this kind of thing, instead of a pattern. Okay, so copy the whole thing and then put it on another Canva of the same size, and then paste it on like that. Let's get the queen as well. Forgot about the queen. And then on this one, we can delete this, this. We'll keep this here for now, but it won't be on the final product, basically. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to put the pattern like before. And the reason we're doing this is so that it's actually a PNG, so it can be put into the background feature of Canva. So I'm going to send that backwards so the queen's at the top like that. Perfect. And then we'll delete that here, and then this is now done, so we'll just download this. And then when I drag this into here, it will cover everything, basically. That's why we do it like that. So put it in here, and then because we have the image thing on Canva, this thing, the grid of the frame, then there we go, perfect. So now what I'm going to do is download that. And this is my cover, actually, so it needs to be PDF print. So go on download, and then go on PDF print here, and then download it. Save. This is the part that I really failed on. For some reason, when I uploaded my book cover, it didn't work, so I had to use the cover creator. So if it's not working for you, then maybe follow my advice here. But if you can get it to work just by using the cover, then don't do it this way, because it's a lot slower. Okay, you also want to download a PNG version of the cover, not the PDF version. If you can get it to work, then use the PDF version. But it didn't work unless I used this tool here, basically. So if I press Q now, there we go. And then I use this one here in the bottom left because it was the one with the least amount of content. And then you can just delete the text by clicking on it. I don't actually know if it would be on there if we didn't move it, if that makes sense. But yeah, I really don't know how this works. So just delete everything. Make sure you get everything. You might just be able to Control A. No, you can't. Okay, and then if I press preview here, then that picture shouldn't be there. The empty picture that should be my face shouldn't be there. Okay, perfect. So this would be the cover, and then you just press save and submit. And then we're pretty much done, guys, honestly. It's that simple. I actually thought it was a lot more complicated. It took me 2 hours to work out how to do everything. But once you do it, you just press save and continue here. And then you have to preview your book first. Okay, I needed to assign myself an ISBN, and then we'll launch the previewer, and everything should be good here. This takes a little bit of time. Okay, so the final step is your pricing. It's not actually letting me go on the pricing, which is kind of annoying, even on the one that I already released, which is this one here. But yeah, this has been a really interesting process, guys. I hope this helps you. I hope this saves you a bit of time. And as you can see, the final result for me, I'm pretty happy with this. And yeah, really interesting way to make money, potentially selling books, which would be a really good thing to do, I think. So I hope this helps. I hope this helps you understand how KDP works, and it helps save some time on the actual setup. I think the cover and the formatting and everything is quite complicated. So yeah, I'll see you soon with some more content, and peace out.